Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for the 16th of October 2020. Three things today, okay? You keep me on target. The first one is my new basic joy test, the animal cracker. Could there be a more basic food than the animal cracker? It's like the simplest. First of all, it's not a cracker. Stupid name, people. It's a cookie, but it's the most simple cookie around. And it has relatives that I really enjoy as well, like the social tea, for instance, like the digestive cookie, for instance. But there's something about this animal cracker. What's the make case?
Mr. Christie?
Mr. Christie.
Road, right?
This? I don't know.
Yeah.
So here's my basic joy test. You know, on a day when I'm feeling pretty good, I take a bite out of an animal cracker and I think, oh, that was good. You know, it brought me joy. And like the greatest thing in the world. It's not like I won the lottery. Oh my God. But it's basic joy, which depression removes from us. Why do you always make so much noise when you eat? That was, Care. I'll try to be better next time. I quite often hear that, and I do make a lot of noise, I have to admit.
You eat so slowly.
I do. So basic joy test passed. I feel good today. 3 marks on my arm today, but not from today. So that's really good. Number 2, a guy named Andrew Penner. So proud of him. Andrew Penner has volunteered for us here at Sick Not Week. He has been kind of a follower for sure of Sick Not Week since we launched. A guy who's had real, honest to goodness, real struggles. And I kind of feel like, you've heard me say before, it's a game of tag, you're it, like I'm it, and then I tag you and you're it, and you tag someone else. I kind of feel like with Andrew, who has a blog, and I've tweeted out the link to his blog in case you can't put it in the caption, right? Because you can't have two.
Well, I can in some spots.
Okay.
On Twitter.
We'll try to do it. And what I'm saying is that I feel like he's like a second generation Sick Not Weaker because he's kind of picked up the baton. He's running with it right now. He's changing lives. He's making a difference. He's using his story to make a difference in other people's lives. And that is amazing. Andrew Penner, really so proud of what you're doing. Take a look at his blog, and I'm sure, like me, you'll find out and figure out the guy's really good. He's got a story to tell, as we all do, but he's willing to tell it. And the third thing is, I learned something from almost everybody that I interact with. And I have somebody that I interact with that sent a suicide note that this person wrote. And one of the things that I learned, and this person did not take their life, I probably should have led with that. But what is so impactful on me is that it's possible to actually feel really good when you have a certain kind of depression. To feel good and to enjoy your life and to have a bounce in your step. And then the next day, have it taken away where you are driven to take your own life. And I remember the story of an actor in Hollywood. This is probably like 20 years ago now. He was on a show with Brooke Shields. I forget what the name of the show was.
Suddenly Susan?
Was it? No, it wasn't Suddenly Susan, but it was. No, actually, that was totally wrong.
What the hell?
I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
And he wrote. He told his friends, "I'm going to one day take my life, and you should not feel guilty about it because you can't know by how I'm acting what I'm going to feel the next day." And he ended up taking his life. And I often thought about that. And now I'm finding that that is real in the real world and not that uncommon. And I think the only way to try to deal with that, obviously, is to try to work on your illness, to treat your illness, but also to have safeguards in place. Because when you feel good, you can say these words, "Oh my God, I'm so glad to be alive. I'm so glad I didn't take my life." And then a day later, you can be thinking, all I want to do is take my life. And somebody needs to be there to try to remind you that this thinking will change. SickNotWeek.com, 24 hours a day, 360 days a year. You know why we're here, Case? The basic joy test. Can you hear me chewing?
Sure can.
How about now?
Yes.
Well, how tell me this. How can I stop from crunching?
Just
Something just flew out of my mouth, okay? No, but how can I stop from crunching? Crunching is not making
stop
noise when you're
chewing with
eating.
food in your mouth, or speaking with food in your mouth.
Okay,
first of all.
just listen.
I can hear it over here.
My wife just said I can hear it over here.
Are-
Can you
are
hear
we
this? Oh, don't bother saying, oh, you shouldn't give your wife the finger. We're good with each other. We're great.